Sir, Principal Sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Don.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Dr. Saktivel, Dean, Anna University Campus, Kanjipuram, and National Executive Committee member of Indian Society for Technical Education, Dr. K. Indra Devi, the coordinator of this program, learned faculty members from various engineering colleges and polytechnic colleges. A warm good morning and a hearty welcome to you all. First of all, I express my sincere thanks to All India Council for Technical Education for sanctioning thousands of this virtual faculty development program during this pandemic period. It's really a new opportunity for the teaching community. In the old type of traditional faculty development programs, the faculty members has to travel to the place or to the college where the program is conducted, stay there for a week or 2 weeks and dedicatedly attend that program. But in this virtual mode, the faculty members can attend the program from their place itself without affecting their normal work schedule or normal family schedule. Similarly, the participants or the speakers from the industries also can share their views from their place itself without affecting their work schedule. So it is very happy for them also to share their expertise with their teaching fraternity. It's really a very good opportunity during this period, and I once again thank AICTE for this wonderful opportunity. Dear friends, the Indian Society for Technical Education is the leading national professional non-profit making society for the technical education system in our country, with the motto of career development of teachers and personality development of students and overall development of our technical education system. Being the only national organization of educators in the field of engineering and technology, ISTE effectively contributes in various missions of the Union government. The strength of ISTE is the strong base it has in technical education institutions in the country. At present, the ISTE has a very large and an effective membership base consisting of 1,24,024 life members, more than 5 lakh student members, 2,734 institutional members, 1,369 faculty chapters, 1,479 student chapters at institutional level, and 17 sections at state level. The ISTE Tamil Nadu section is one of the largest section of ISTE in India. It has nearly the 1/3 of the strength of ISTE. Dear friends, I am very happy to share that recently the ISTE Tamil Nadu section conducted Sri Ramanujar Mathematical Contest through online mode for the engineering students and polytechnic students in Tamil Nadu. It has very overwhelming response. More than 10,000 students registered for that program. The competition was conducted in 3 levels and we declared the results. Very hats off to you all for your enthusiastic cooperation. The topic chosen for this faculty development program is the need of our Internet of Things using Arduino and Raspberry Pi. The Internet of Things is a very famous word in the automation field. Many processes are automated and remotely operated through this IoT. But a very long way to go in this field. The industrial IoT is still slowly developing. In this, very eminent speakers those who have a very great knowledge in this field are ready to share their expertise. I request all participants to utilize this opportunity. And I want to thank Dr. Sivakumar, Dean of Anna University Campus, Kanjipuram, for sparing his valuable time and to address in this inaugural function. Thank you, sir. On behalf of management and on behalf of the ISTE Tamil Nadu section, I really thank you for this moment. And I once again welcome and I express my sincere greetings to all the participants. Have a good week. Thank you. Thank you, Mandal.
Thank you, sir. So it is our honor to introduce our guest of the day, Dr. P. Saktivil, sir, Professor, EC Department, and Dean, University College of Engineering, Kanjipuram District, Anna University. Sir holds doctorate in VLSI Design and Testing in Anna University, Chennai, and he has also done Masters of Engineering in Computer Science Engineering in Jadavpur University, Kolkata. His famous areas of expertise are VLSI systems, VLSI algorithms, data structures, design and analysis, computer networks. Sir holds more than 27 years of academic experience, and his stupendous research guidance. He has guided more than 11 PhD scholars. As now, he is guiding 6 PhD scholars and more than 56 ME MTech projects he has guided so far. He has also holds the memberships as the following: Senior Life Member of CSI, Lifetime Member ISTE, ISCA, ISA, ISI, IAMI, Member of VLSI Society of India, Member of ICE, Member of CSTA. Sir has also published numerous of papers in national, international journals, and also in technical conferences. It is our honor to introduce you, sir. So now I request Dr. P. Saktivil, sir, to take over the session.
Good morning. Very good morning to all of you. And thank you very much for the nice introduction.
Thank you, sir.
Dear Dr. A. Sangara Subramanian, Principal of GRG Polytechnic College, Coimbatore, and my good friend, Coordinator of this 1 week AICTE ISTE Refresher and Induction Program of Internet of Things using Arduino and Raspberry Pi, Dr. K. Indra Devi, Head of the Department of Instrumentation and Control Engineering, GRG Polytechnic College. Other co-coordinators of this refresher program, Mrs. J. Vijay Menaga, Mrs. S. Uma Maheswari, and Mr. Don Douglas, the faculty members and staff members of the GRG Polytechnic College, and the participants of this refresher program who are participating from various institutions. Good morning to all of you. First, I would like to pray God for all your good health and well-being during this pandemic period. On this occasion, I would like to thank the management of GRG Polytechnic College and the organizers of this refresher program for inviting me as the chief guest for the inauguration of this refresher program. My sincere and wholehearted thanks and appreciation to GRG Polytechnic College for coming forward to organize this refresher program on behalf of the Indian Society for Technical Education, ISTE. I also thank all the participants for registering to this refresher program and attending it. As a teacher, we all know that we are the first learner. Whatever new technologies and strategies emerges, we teachers need to learn as soon as possible. That is, we should learn first. Further, as a teacher, we have to update our knowledge regularly without giving any break. That means teachers are continuous learners. Otherwise, we will be outdated in our profession. So in short, we teachers are not only the first learner, but also the continuous learners. This refresher program is conducted in online mode or virtual mode due to the unfortunate situation created by corona pandemic. In the presidential address, Dr. Sankara Subramanian has told about the advantage of this online program. So in the online mode, the participants can stay in their respective places, and the resource person also, they can stay in the respective places and they can give talk, and the participants, they can attend the program and they can get the benefit out of this program. But normally if this kind of programs happened in a face-to-face mode or physical mode, then it would have created more impact on participants. But nothing is in our hand, and we have to be ready with alternate modes like this to face unexpected situations. Normally, this kind of programs will give lot of benefits to teachers. Attending this kind of refresher programs, faculty development programs, short-term courses, workshops, tutorials, conferences, seminars, and other technical meetings. That is, attending all kind of, these are the programs are called continuing education programs, will not only update our knowledge in the subject, but also gives you lot of benefits such as networking. When you are attending these short-term programs or continuing education program in a face mode or physical mode, you will get the benefits such as networking. So you can have a friendship with fellow teachers across the globe, across the different places, with your fellow teachers from various institutions from various parts of the country. This kind of networking with the fellow teachers will give you lot of benefits of making collaboration with them in our teaching as well as research activities. Nowadays, if you look at the sponsored projects, for example, if you write a sponsored project from various funding agencies, they will give importance to the cooperative projects. If you join with institutions in some other countries or some parts of the country, and if you are in a position to make cooperative projects or joint projects, the funding agencies will give preference to the cooperative projects. If you have good networking with the fellow teachers across the country and across the world, there is a good chance of having good collaborations. So you can utilize the friendship created during this kind of continuing educational programs for your lifelong collaborative teaching and research activities. As you all know that this refresher program is sponsored by the AICTE through ISTE. Since you are all from the technical institutions, you are all very well known about the AICTE and ISTE. Since I am representing the ISTE in this program, so I am the National Executive Committee member of the ISTE, so I was invited to inaugurate this short-term program based on my association with the ISTE. So I am representing the ISTE in this program. So it is my pleasant duty and humble request to all of you to become members of the ISTE if you are not members of the ISTE. So Professor Sankara Subramanian has mentioned about the ISTE strength in Tamil Nadu. ISTE Tamil Nadu section is the largest section in the India, having more than around 40,000 regular members in its fold. And another important thing is Professor Sankara Subramanian is the section, Tamil Nadu section chairman of the ISTE. Okay. So this program is organized by GRG Polytechnic College. As the member of the ISTE National Executive Council member, I have a lot of opportunities to interact with the principal of this Polytechnic College, Dr. Sankara Subramanian, and I know very well about the GRG Polytechnic College and its management. So the management and faculty members of the GRG Polytechnic College are very supportive in all our ISTE activities. I am extremely happy that the GRG Polytechnic College is doing wonderful service to the community in an excellent manner. My wholehearted thanks to the GRG Polytechnic College for shouldering the responsibility of conducting this program on behalf of Indian Society for Technical Education. Coming to this refresher program, as I already mentioned earlier, the refresher programs faculty development programs and short-term programs are essential for teachers in technical institutions for their career advancement and professional refinement. Okay. We all know that for our career advancement, when we are entering into the teaching profession and if we want to grow, we need to attend a large number of continuing education program. And attending this kind of continuing education program definitely will give a benefit to our career advancement as well as our technical knowledge, that is professional refinement. The quality in education can be the degree of excellence in imparting and acquisition of knowledge through teaching and learning. The world is becoming more complex day after day instead of year after year, and the educational needs continue to shift from teaching and learning isolated skills that enable students to solve complex problems across many areas. The students are expected to learn high-level skills such as how to access, evaluate, analyze, and synthesize vast quantities of information, and teachers are expected to meet the needs of all the students and move them toward fulfillment of their individual potential, even as they are pressured to prepare students for maximum performance on high-stake assessment tests that are the primary measure of student and institutional success. Digital technology can assist with these expectations and make teachers and their students more successful. So now also we are using digital technology for conducting this course through online mode. So this kind of refresher course orients the teacher for a technology-rich future and keeps up with change by adopting effective strategies that infuse lessons with appropriate technologies. So many improvements and changes taken place in the teaching learning process. They are, if you look at the present day situations, the technologies have totally changed. Before March 2020, most of us do not know about the platforms such as Zoom, Google Meet, Cisco WebEx, Microsoft Teams, etc. But now, we all teachers and students are well versed with all these technologies. So this pandemic forced us to learn new technologies. So many instructional methods and medias are available now to handle the class. Instead of the actual laboratory, there are simulated learning laboratory experiments which reduce the requirement of many resources to carry out actual experiment. In earlier days, we used books and journals as the learning resources. Now we have e-journals and e-resources are available. Earlier, teaching was teacher-centric. Now we have MOOCs, massive online open courses, and learning modules, and becomes a student-centric. Classroom teaching and learning become anytime, anywhere learning. Teacher-dependent becomes teacher-independent. That means without much assistance from teachers, students can learn, that is independent learning. Flipped classrooms comes into the existence. So the role of teachers decreases and the role of students increases. So in the teaching learning process, teacher's role as an information provider, in that teacher teaches by lectures as instructional method. It is a monologue activity. By improved lectures and demonstrations, it becomes a dialogue activity. That means the interaction takes place in the classroom. And the teacher's role as a facilitator in this by means of individual and group tutorial, seminars, brainstorming sessions, games, panel discussions, case study, role play, group discussion, etc. There will be an interactive session in teaching learning process. And finally, the teacher's role as a guide. By means of assignment, laboratory, workshop, field work, simulation, project work, industrial visit, field visit, etc. There will be an action in teaching learning process. So when the teacher role becomes a guide, then teacher becomes a mentor. By means of self-directed learning and ICT-based learning, there will be a reflection in the teaching learning process. So the teacher's roles from information provider to mentor, the role of teachers decreasing and the role of students increasing in the teaching learning process. It becomes teacher-centered to student-centered. I would like to talk about some of the basics of teaching learning process which we are now following. In the old ways of teaching and learning is found to be too rigid and too outdated. But now, teaching and learning process consists of 4 basic elements, namely planning, implementation, assessment and evaluation. It is a method of monitoring and judging the overall quality of learning or teaching based on objective, data and scientific criteria. Teaching is deliverable intervention that involves the planning and implementation of instructional activities and experiences to meet intended learner outcomes according to your teaching plan. Learning can be defined as the relatively permanent change in an individual behavior, that is knowledge, skill and attitude that can occur at any time or place as a result of learning. Teaching learning process is the most powerful instrument of education to bring about desired changes in the students. There are 7 principles of effective teaching learning process. They are encouraging student-faculty contact, encouraging cooperation among students, encouraging active learning, prompt feedback from students, emphasis on time, and communicates high expectations, respects diverse talents and ways of learning. Basically, teaching is a process in curriculum. Effective teaching is one that will bring about the intended learning outcome. Teaching is an organization of meaningful learning. Teaching is creating a situation or selecting life skill situation to enhance learning. To the traditionalist, teaching is imparting knowledge and the skills required to master a subject matter. Teaching is a process of dispensing knowledge to an empty vessel, that is mind of learner. So teaching is showing, telling, giving instruction, making someone understand in order to learn. Teacher is a person who teaches, controls learning, dispenser of knowledge, an ultimate authority, a director of learning. Teaching is based on progressive and humanistic education. Teaching is perceived as stimulating, directing, guiding the learner and evaluating the learning outcomes of teaching. Teacher's role becomes complex, but he has given the learner the responsibility to learn. Teaching is a process that enables the learner to learn on his own. In teaching, teacher is the decision maker in teaching process. Planning phase includes decisions like the needs of the learner, the achievable goals and objectives to meet the needs, selection of the content to be taught, motivation to carry out the goal, strategies most fit to carry out the goals, and evaluation process to measure learning outcome. When we come to planning, there are considerations in planning such as learner, availability of materials, time requirement of particular activity, strategy, need to achieve the objective, and the teacher. In the implementation phase, based on the objective, implementation means to put into action the different activities in order to achieve the objectives through the subject matter. Interaction of the teacher and the learner is important in the accomplishment of the plan. Use of different teaching style and strategy are included in this phase. In the evaluation phase, a match of the objective with the learning outcomes will be made. Answer the question if the plans and implementation have been successfully achieved. A continuous process of feedback and reflection is made in these 3 phases of teaching. Finally, feedback is the reflection. Reflection is the process embedded in teaching where the teacher inquires into his action and provides deep and critical thinking. The teaching is a goal-oriented with the change of behavior as the ultimate end. The teacher are the ones who shape actively their own action. The teaching is a rational and a reflective process. The teachers, by their action, can influence learners to change their own thinking or desired behavior. Thus, teaching is a way of changing behavior through the intervention of the teacher. Good teaching is one that is well planned and where activities are interrelated to each other. One that provides learning experiences or situations that will ensure understanding, application, and critical thinking. Based on the theory of learning, one where the learner is stimulated to think and reason, utilizes prior learning and its applications to new situations, and it is governed by democratic principles, embeds a sound valuation process. Learning as a process of learning to teach, learn. Learning is different, caused by expenses or self-activity, implies that learning can only happen through individual's activity or his own doing. Learning can be intentional or unintentional. There are 10 principles of learning. They are focusing, organization, repetition, association, learner control, imitation, active participation, motivation, individual styles, and spacing. For the changing situations, teachers should adapt and carry out their works. Teaching and learning should go together. One cannot successful with the support or success of the other. Teaching style of the teacher should go with the learner's learning styles. Learner is the center of teaching. Knowledge of the learner and his learning style should be considered. Learners become complex individuals capable of learning on their own. The impact of teaching should also increases. Now, coming to the refresher program, Internet of Things, IoT, using Arduino and Raspberry Pi. This refresher program, I hope it will provide an understanding of the Internet of Things with Arduino and Raspberry Pi and the basic knowledge of the programming and interfacing of the devices and designed systems. It broadly covers introduction to the Internet of Things and enabling technologies, interfacing with Raspberry Pi and Arduino. The Internet of Things describes IoT. IoT describes the network of physical objects, things that are embedded with sensors, softwares, and other technologies for the purpose of connecting and exchanging data with other devices and systems over the internet. Things have evolved due to the convergence of multiple technologies. Things have evolved due to the convergence of multiple technologies, real-time analytics, machine learning, commodity sensors, and embedded systems. Traditional fields of embedded systems, wireless sensor networks, control systems, automation, including home and building automation, and others all contribute to enabling the Internet of Things. In the consumer market, Internet of Things, IoT technology is most synonymous with the products pertaining to the concept of the smart home, including devices and appliances such as lighting fixtures, thermostats, home security systems, and cameras, and other home appliances that support one or more common ecosystems and can be controlled via devices associated with that ecosystem, such as smartphones and smart speakers. IoT can also be used in healthcare systems also. There are a number of serious concerns about dangers in the growth of Internet of Technology, that is IoT, especially in the areas of privacy and security, and consequently, industry and governmental moves to address these concerns have begun, including the development of international standards. As a conclusion, I would say in this one-week refresher program, I hope the organizer will address all those issues concerned with the Internet of Technology, Internet of Things with the present digital age, so that the participants will be exposed to all these technologies for effective teaching learning process. I wish all the participants to get a great learning experience, and I thank the organizer for creating such a wonderful opportunity. Thanking you very much. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful speech. So,
I request all the professors to switch on your videos to take the inaugural function photos. Dear professors, please switch on your videos. We'll have some snacks. Please cooperate, dear professors, please switch on. Please stay a while. We are taking some snaps. Thank you, professors. Thank you all. Now we will have vote of thanks by S. Uma Maheshwari ma'am, lecturer, IC department.
Thank you, ma'am. I deem it is a great honor to propose the vote of thanks to all who have helped us in making this inauguration session of AICTE ISTE sponsored 6 days refresher induction program as a successful one. First of all, I would like to propose hearty vote of thanks to our guest, Dr. P. Shaktivel, Dean, University College of Engineering, Kanchipuram, Chennai, for excellent speech and making this session interesting and valuable. I would like to express our profound gratitude to our principal, Dr. A. Shankara Subramaniam, for his support and guidance. I would like to thank our head of the department, Dr. K. Indra Devi, for her continuous effort in all the activities of the refresher program. At last, I am happy to express vote of thanks to all the professors of various institutions and industry experts from industries who joined in this inauguration program. Once again, I thank all the heads of various departments of GRG institution and faculties on the stage and off the stage who extended their cooperation and support. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. I request all the participants to resume in the meeting by 11 o'clock for the session 1. Thank you, sir, for being with us.
Madam, lock out பண்ணிக்கலாங்களா?
ஆமாம் sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, madam. Shankara Subramanian, sir.
Sir, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, professors. We will join for the first session by 11 o'clock. Kindly stay back. We will join with a short while.
Thank you.